guys, it is Sunday. Welcome to the vlog. It's almost 3 in the afternoon and I'm just eating breakfast now. Oh my god, these bagels are from Trader Joe's. That name brand is so good. The bagel is so soft. And this is hitting the spot right now, but I woke up at 10:45. I didn't go to bed till 4 a.m. If you saw the end of last vlog, because I always film Sunday to Saturday, I watched Off Campus and I ended up binging it all in one night. I watched all 8 episodes, so it was almost 8 hours because each episode's like 55 minutes, 54 minutes. So I was up till 4 a.m. I woke up at 10:45 and then I used the bathroom and I did not feel good. Like I felt a little bit dizzy. My stomach was hurting. I crawled back into bed and let myself sleep till 12. Joe left. He's at the old apartment with his stepbrother and friend. He said it's the last trip right now. He's dropping some stuff at the storage unit. He's dropping some stuff off here. I am eating this. When he's done doing that, I am going to go with him one more time to the old apartment. We're going to do the cleaning part of it together and then drop off the keys and head to my mom's. We're doing my mom's bi-weekly lunch. We go there every other Sunday, except this time it's not really lunch. It's more like dinner. My brother had lunch plans. So he was like, oh, can we do like closer to 5 and make it like a dinner? So I was like, I'm not going to starve until 5. So I was like, I guess I'll have to make myself something to eat. So I might not even be hungry when I get to my mom's. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm doing a bagel with egg and cheese and I have some sausage on the side. But I'm going to eat this. Wait for Joe to get here. I will show you the finally empty apartment, dropping off the keys, all those good things, and then we'll continue on with our week. But I figured I'd do a little introduction. Oh, I'm having an energy drink. I don't drink them often, but since me and Joe have to clean, I put it in a fancy cup. This is Celsius pink lemonade, and then on top, guys, I put a cotton candy cold foam. I got it in my last Walmart order. I love their cold foams. I make them a lot with my coffee. But I saw cotton candy and I went, oh, I can make dirty sodas with that. And this with the energy drink, oh my God, it is so good. It's giving me the pep I need in my step right now. But yeah, welcome to the vlog. And you guys will be at the empty apartment with me soon. Hey guys, it is 10 p.m. I am exhausted. I came to do one final walkthrough. Joe ended up being here all day, even while I was eating dinner with my mom's. He ate dinner and left. He was like, just stay here, I'll do it. So I told him I would do one final walkthrough just to make sure I didn't miss anything. It was a good thing I did because he did miss some things. I'll show you guys. This is what he forgot. This was in the bedroom windowsill. This was in the bathroom plug-in wall. This was behind our bedroom door. These containers were in this tiny cabinet on the top shelf. I could see why it's hard to see because you really have to like bend more. And then all those Pyrexes, I don't know if you guys can see them. They're like right here. I used to keep them in the warming drawer in the oven, so nobody checked this. So I'm glad I did. It's now empty. I did want to clean more. I'm exhausted and they're supposed to hire cleaners anyway, so I'm not going to stress it. I just hope we don't get a bill. I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's just like the inside of the fridge needs to get wiped down. The front of the oven needs to get wiped down. Nothing outrageous. I'll do one more little tour for you guys and then we're heading out. So this is where we walk in. That was the coat closet. That was the bathroom. We had a small little table right here. If you remember, this is what I meant by I didn't have a dining room. I just kind of had a dining nook. So I had to have a dining room table right here. And I had one of those black glass cabinets here. And the other 2 black glass cabinets there. It was honestly very tight here to get like in and out of the kitchen and stuff. But we did it because I wanted a place for us to eat. And then we have the kitchen. This feels so tiny to me now, especially with being in the newer kitchen. It is very tiny. Oh yeah, living room. It's crazy because it looks big and it is long, but it's narrow. Me and Joe's couch used to go out to like here, I swear. And then the TV was there and that was it. We used to have a coffee table and we ended up not putting it there because you literally there would be like this much room between the couch and the coffee table. It was nuts. And then we have this hallway, the mechanical closet. The big bathroom, the full bathroom. I am so annoyed about this tub. Guys, that is not dirt. The paint completely came off the bottom. So they better not charge that for this. That's honestly kind of why I'm taking this video too. Because I know you guys technically already saw the apartment. But this way, if they try to like, I don't know, charge us or something, that came off. Like, I feel like even though we paid a lot of money to live here, they kind of jimmy rigged things. It could be cleaner. Like, you guys can judge me for that, whatever. But that is not dirt. That is literally paint that came off every time Joe tried to clean the tub. So they're gonna have to like repaint it. You can see all the like ripples in the paint. Even like on the ceiling, you can tell they must have not used like a paint that's good for humidity, because obviously it's a bathroom, it's a very humid area. And there was that little storage closet. I double checked this. I was like, Joe, did we empty this? We did. And under the sink is, and the only thing that was in there was a bottle of rubbing alcohol. Joe forgot. I used to have, okay, it's gone. I used to have a little footstool there. And then that's it. Neither of the bedroom have lights. I think I told you guys this. This is very common where I live. I know some of you guys were very confused by it. But instead of overhead lighting, that plug right there was connected to the switch. So when I would hit the switch, it would turn on. When I would hit the switch, it would turn off. And so it was only a lamp that would turn on. And then we have the closet and our bedroom here with another closet. And I hope they don't charge us for this. I mean, we replaced this ourselves. This whole shelf came down, it broke. And instead of me contacting maintenance, because I struggle with contacting maintenance and landlords because of the trauma from my other landlord. I always feel like they're gonna blame me. And they're gonna say, oh, it's because you have too much clothes. So my brother actually went to Home Depot with Joe, and he got these like reinforced steel things. We bought this shelf, we bought this clothing pole. This thing can hold hundreds of pounds now. And this can hold a shit ton of clothes. I could probably dangle from this. This could probably take all my weight. So, because it ripped out of the wall, the one that they had here. So we installed our own. So it's patched, it looks great. They just have to paint it. You would hope they paint and clean things before they open, before they rent it out to somebody else. So hopefully that was enough. Now I have my little tape. I'm showing you guys the backside for safety. It has the name of the, hold on, let me flip the camera. It has the name of the apartment complex we lived in the back with our apartment number. We have to tape this to the keys and put the keys in a drop box in the office. Unfortunately, it's not here anymore. It used to be in the first floor right when we moved in. And then we were here like literally 2 weeks and they left. But it is down the street from here. I just hope we don't have an issue finding it because I want to go to bed. I am exhausted. And we still have my brother's truck. So we still have to go to my brother's, drop off the truck, get Joe's car, and drive home. Thankfully, we do live down the street from my brother. So it's not a far drive. It's just another thing on our to-do list. So let's pray we find the drop box quickly. But I think that's it for now. I'm going to make sure the lights are closed. I don't think Joe is coming back up. I'm going to call him and double check. And then we are out here. I guess I'm a little nostalgic. I figured I would film my last walk down the hallway in the elevator and off to the parking lot. This was my life for a year, and this chapter is officially closed. Of course, my last day. And the elevator's not working. This would happen all the time. Oh my God. Here I am. Like, I'm gonna miss this place a little bit. God's like, girl, no, you're not. Ground floor. I will miss this. Me and Joe would take advantage sometimes. And then they had a dolly and carriages. That's how we would bring in groceries and laundry. Laundry room. And down there is how you get to the pool that just opened. People were actually in it the last few days. Every time me and Joe came, I would see somebody, which is crazy to me because it's been rainy and like 60 degrees. And remind you guys, it is an indoor pool, but there is no heater. I need it to be hot for me to go in the pool. I guess that's just a me thing. I don't know. Teach their own, I guess, but definitely not pool weather if it's not heated water. And then this is the little outside area. I will say it is very beautiful out here. And there's even a couple, they like keep their chairs behind the dumpster and they like sit over there sometimes. And there's even like a little pet area if you have dogs, the little trash bags. But this is the car we're borrowing from my brother. Joe didn't even want to park for real. And those windows, over here is the gym. The rest is the pool. When the blinds are open, you can see. But off to the drop-off box. Bye-bye, mill complex that I lived in for about a year. We're just short a year. We got the keys on June 7th. I looked the other day. We're a week short of a year of being here. All right, Joe. Dropping off the keys now. He's talking about maybe not coming to work tomorrow. He is exhausted. I'm exhausted, and I didn't do as much as him, so I could imagine. I told him, it looks like there's another door once you go through this door. So there must be a drop box somewhere in that hallway. You found it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, now we drop off the truck and head home. It's literally almost 11 p.m. at night. Alrighty guys, it is Tuesday morning. I did not end up coming into work yesterday. Me and Joe got home at 1 in the morning on Sunday because you guys saw we had to go to the old house, do one final walkthrough, and then I had to drop off our keys, and then we still had to drop off the truck at my brother's house, and it was just a long day, a long night. Me and Joe were both very tired, very sore. I re-hurt my left knee. My left knee was bothering me the weekend of the 1st of May when we did all the heavy lifting, like the big things, when we brought the couch and the bed and all that stuff. And then it was finally starting to feel better. And then doing all the stuff we had to do this weekend, it happened again. So I have like a little limp again. And me and Joe just decided to take today. We needed it for our physical health and our mental health. We did unpack. We got rid of a bunch of more boxes. But we also let our body rest. We ended up taking a 4-hour nap, which kind of didn't let me sleep last night. I was up till 2 a.m. last night. So, I don't know. It's just, I just need this week to be over. It's only Tuesday. We'll make it, though. I hope I don't fall asleep after work today. And I just don't want to be, when I do that at the beginning of the week, it's awful. Because then all week long, I'm like dragging ass till 8 p.m. I go to bed early, or I end up falling asleep after work, and then it's a vicious cycle. Every single day after work, I'm like struggling to stay awake. I did find a book to read. So this is what I was reading till 2 in the morning. I got a good chunk done already. I think I'm on like a page 120 something, 124. Figured since it was the 1st of May yesterday, I would read a LGBTQ book. I love Julie Murphy. She is a plus-size author that writes about plus-size characters. She wrote Dumpling, which became a Netflix film with Jennifer Aniston. Dumpling was the first book. Then the second book was Puddin', but it follows a different character. And then the third book is Pumpkin. And this one is a gay, fat student at high school that is nominated for prom queen. And I'm really enjoying it so far. I brought it to work because in case I need a little mental health break, although I do have a bunch of stuff I need to Velcro and laminate. But I was like, I'll bring it with me. If I need 5 minutes to myself, I need 5 minutes to myself. But I got my computer, I'm going to check my emails. But I want to get on because I want to tell you guys, I switched out my lanyard. So I found this company. They popped up as a Facebook ad that does extra long lanyards. Like, it is nice and long because what happens is when I go to unlock my door, I'm like choking myself, and as you see, it's big and stretchy. I got this denim one. I ended up buying like 5. They were having a really good sale. I got like denim, cheetah, black and white checkered, pink bows. I'm gonna film it as a haul for the channel, so you guys will see it in a haul. All right, I'll check in with you guys after that's morning announcements. Alrighty guys, I just got to school. I never filmed yesterday. I figured I would just do a new angle instead of the same desk at my classroom. I left work exhausted because I didn't sleep till 2 a.m. the following night. So I left work and I closed my eyes and I told Joe, let me sleep for a little bit. So I knocked out around 4-ish and I woke up around 6. So I got about 2 hours, which that's like the sweet spot, I find. That or less. But anything more than that, it screws me up at night. So I was still able to get sleepy and knock out at 10:30, which was good. But I woke up, and me and Joe had chicken prepped in the fridge, which worked out because neither of us felt like cooking. So we just made mashed potatoes, heated up the chicken. It was a pesto chicken from Trader Joe's that I showed in the haul last week. We had already cooked it, so we just left it in the fridge. But I am going to walk into the building. Remember I tell you guys, like, I park very far from the building. So since I moved, I've been using GPS until I get used to my new route. You know, I have anxiety driving and start driving until I was 26. And when I park my car, it says I'm 500 feet from the building. That might not seem like a lot to you guys, but that feels like a lot to me. A parking lot is not usually that far from the building, but it's such a huge school that that's just how it is. It's not that big of a deal if I didn't have to carry so much shit. Like, think about all the stuff I have to carry into the building for work, out of the building. Like, for example, we're packing up our classrooms, and I brought some of those egg boxes that were left over from my move. I cut the tape on the bottom of them and closed them so it would be easier for me to carry instead of 4 open boxes with tape at the bottom. And it's not that this is heavy, it's just awkward and it's not easy when I still have to walk 500 feet to the building. But anyway, I'm gonna head out. I'll check in with you guys at some point today. I'm switching lanyards again, so I'm going from the jean one to the cheetah print one. I think it goes really cute with my outfit. This one is a little shorter, and I did really love the length of this one, but it's still nice, soft fabric and very stretchy. But just so you guys can see the difference. So yeah, it definitely has extra there, but this one definitely looks cute in my outfit. I'm gonna switch out my stuff. I have my badge, and then I always have a little hand sanitizer. This is supposed to hold the chapstick, but the cover broke off. I have another one. I bought it in bulk, so I gotta just replace it. So I'm just keeping it there until I replace it. All right, I'm gonna eat my granola bar and chill out for a little bit before I have to go upstairs for MCAS duty. Yay me. Hey guys, I got out of work right on time. Joe got out early today. We have been wanting to take a day this week and we just haven't had the time because I've been exhausted and going home to nap. But we have been wanting to take pictures because I did not take any pictures the day of my graduation. It was raining and downpouring and ugly. All I have is pictures. I do have a cute picture. It's of me and Joe kissing though. And then that's literally it. So we are at the nice little boardwalk area where I live with my cap and gown so we can take some better pictures. So that's what we're doing. Then I'm going to pick up food and I'll let you guys, fill you guys in on the rest. Maybe I'll put some pictures here in the thumbnail. Ready guys, me and Joe just finished our photo shoot. We got a bunch of pictures and I did different poses. We got some from the back with my regalia hanging. We got me holding my cap, me holding my diploma, me holding my first generation stove. Joe went to go get me dinner as I am starving. I figured I would eat here since it's so beautiful out. I honestly don't need the hood. I'm only wearing the hood because I'm talking on camera and people are walking by and it makes me feel weird. So I feel like I'm hidden a little more. But I'm eating while he gets out to get my food. When he gets back, I'll show you guys my food. And then probably hang out here a little bit, just enjoy the beautiful early day. And then go home, shower, and rest for work again tomorrow. Same vicious cycle. Hey guys, I just finished my dinner. I forgot to take a picture. I was starving. It was buffalo chicken french fries. And a little side salad too. You know, balance. But Joe found this little like lemonade shop that was like just open nearby. And he got me a blackberry blueberry lemonade. It literally has fresh fruit in it. I just had a sip of his and it was like a strawberry pineapple. It was so good.
Excuse me.
Oh, this one's really good. I think this one's my favorite so far. I like this one better than the other one I had. I can't believe these were only $2. Wow.
He's running that booth again tomorrow.
Is he?
At like 1:30. I don't know what
In that
time.
same area?
Right across the street from the hospital.
So we're just gonna enjoy some sunshine. What time is it?
It's like 5 something.
5 something. The sun starts to go down after 6 now.
Something like that, or later, because sun gets up earlier. It starts going down there. It's
Probably stay till about 6. I'll read a little bit more.
Joe's
Joe's gonna enjoy some fresh air, and then go home and see the kitties. But Joe made sure they had food and water before we left, and he ran a quick errand for me when he got food. I needed some ham because we're making ham sandwiches with the kids this week, and even though I needed 4 pounds of ham, whoever went food shopping screwed up and only got 1 pound, and 1 pound of ham will not be enough for 4 classes.
Let's see if someone gets this reference. Some hickory honey ham.
I don't get the reference, so. Oh, okay. But they don't say it like that.
Well, I'm pulling off her, bro.
I gotcha, yeah. I'm, Jamie Lee Curtis. There's a hint. If you didn't hear Joe's answer, the hint is Jamie Lee Curtis. And then the double hint, you'll definitely get it once I say this. So put your guesses down below. Na, 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 na. Jamie Lee Curtis, and Tim Allen. What's your guesses? There's a guy holding a sign, and he has a speaker with music and dancing. And Joe wants to see what the sign says. My brother told me there was a guy that carries a sign that says F Trump. Joe thought it said F Ice. He wants to say, oh, and it does say fuck ice. Joe, making friends everywhere he goes. Maga loves pedos. Alrighty guys, it is just past 7. We left around 6 like we said we would, but then we actually had to swing by the old apartment building because Joe realized he forgot our Tide Pods in a hidden spot he found in the laundry room. And Tide Pods in life are getting too expensive to leave them behind. I was like, how much is it? And he's like, probably like half a container worth. And I was like, all right. I was like, somebody will let us in. And somebody did let us in. So he was able to get those. And then I told him I was craving a smoothie bowl this morning. My Facebook memories were literally a smoothie bowl I had. Like, I don't know if it was last summer or the summer before. And I literally, the caption was like how I love a good smoothie bowl more than I like ice cream sometimes. So, Joe.
What?
Didn't you ask for the Nutella drizzle?
Yeah, I checked. I literally asked them before I left. They put it in between.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, even the guy that said it to me, I was like, okay.
Okay. And I was like, oh, I could go for a smoothie bowl right now. So I told him before we headed home to swing by like a tropical smoothie cafe. So I got the dragon fruit one, and it has bananas, strawberries, pineapples, coconut, and then I asked for Nutella. I'm used to them putting it on top, but I guess they put it on top of the dragon fruit under the fruit. I hope so, because I said I wanted Nutella, and I'm sure Joe paid extra for it, because it does say Nutella drizzle on here. So, hence why it's just past 7 and we're getting home now. I forgot Joe has work tonight at the bar, because it's karaoke nights. They get really busy, so they've been asking him to go in on Wednesdays. So he is gonna shower and chill out for a little before he goes. I'm gonna eat the smoothie bowl, watch some YouTube, lay down, read my book, and go to bed early. But very productive, good day today. I enjoyed myself a lot, and at least I got some more content for you guys. But you know what? Let's do a test try. Although I already know I'm gonna like it. I want to make sure there's Nutella. I do see. Okay, there is. And then they put chia seeds too. Let me add a little strawberry to that. Looks so good. And I love ice cream too. But ice cream, sometimes all the dairy can mess with my belly. Or it could be like coating your throat. I feel like this is so much more refreshing. And I still get a little bit of chocolate. Sometimes I get the one that has the peanut butter. So I still get that like chocolate craving that I have. But, and I don't know how much healthier it is. I'm sure it's healthier. Of course, adding a bunch of things to it doesn't make it the greatest. But at least it's fruit. And it's healthier than ice cream. But I will check in with you guys after. I'm so mad, guys. Because I'm wearing black and white checkered pants. I know you can't see it. I don't feel like standing up, being lazy. And my plan was to wear my black and white checkered lanyard. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. But I forgot it at home. I was debating on just bringing all the lanyards here. So I could like switch them out whenever I want. But because summer's almost over, I'm like, maybe I'll just keep them home and wait till September. And now I regret that choice. I mean, this is still checkered print. It's denim. It still goes. It's not a big deal. But I switched it to this one. I had it on the cheetah one all day yesterday. But yeah, last thing you guys saw was the smoothie bowl. I ate it. I showered. I crawled into bed. I finished my book, so I'm done with Pumpkin. It was really cute. I rated it like 4 stars. Joe left for work. I had like 20 pages left. So I was already getting sleepy, but I'm like, I might as well finish it. So I knocked out the last 20 pages and then went to bed. Today starts the new schedule at work. It's the no advisory schedule. I think I talked about this maybe in last week's vlog. Advisory is kind of like a homeroom. It's after period 2. It's only like, it's less than half hour, 25 minutes maybe. And it was the only time I had to go upstairs. So it was a pain in the butt just because it's so out of the way for just such a short period. But there is no more advisory now for the rest of the school year. So what we're doing is the no advisory schedule, which will just make each period, I think, 5 minutes longer. I think that's the only difference, like maybe a little less, 3 or 4 minutes. So I have to get used to that because it makes our lunch earlier. Like, it does change things a little bit. The only good thing about it is I don't have to go upstairs anymore. I am going to miss that other advisory teacher, but I just texted her yesterday. I can text her and talk to her whenever I want. She's just so funny. That was the only thing I did enjoy about going upstairs. But so my plan now, since I don't have to go upstairs, is I'm going to focus on things I have to do in my classroom. I have a ton of things. I need to Velcro. I'll show you guys. Velcro, laminate, and then what happens is because I'm not in here period 2, that's what sucks. I don't want to like stop, pack up, and then what am I going to do period 2? Like I told you guys, I don't have a lot to do on my computer. I only have one IEP meeting left. It's already written, progress reports and grades, and obviously not due yet. So that won't be till like the last week of school. So I have a Hulkin bag. I don't know can you guys actually see it? No. You see what those white containers are? That's on top of my Hulkin bag. The Hulkin bag's under that. Filled with lamination sheets and Velcro and things to laminate. So now that I don't have to go upstairs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that with me to the break room period 2, which is right around the corner. And I'll continue what I'm doing. I won't stop my flow. I might just have to stop like laminating. I might just leave the laminator here. I don't know. I'd have to see if there's a plug in that break room. I'm sure there is somewhere. But I could always focus on the Velcroing in that room. That way I get 2 straight periods, about 2 straight hours of straight knocking that out. And that's what I'm going to start today until I'm done with it. Then I'm going to organize all of it. That's why I bought those containers. And then that should take me quite a bit. Because even though it's 2 hours a day, laminating, Velcroing, cutting, that all takes a lot of time. So I think that'll take me like a week or 2. We'll see. And then hopefully that leads me right into basically the end of the school year, and I can start packing things up, and I will feel very prepared for next year because I will have a ton of new materials to work with. So that is what I'm going to be doing. And then I will be teaching for the rest of the day. So I will check in with you guys afterwards. All right, I figured I'd show you the first thing I'm doing. A teacher got me this, and I thought it was really cool. They literally got this at Dollar Tree, the teaching tree section. And it's basically what goes in recycle versus No, it's all recycled. It's all the different recycled. So there's 4 different bins, one for aluminum, one for compost, one for plastic, and one for paper and cardboard. It's so cute. And then it has all these stickers. The problem is my kid, I'd only be able to do this one time because it's stickers and it would stick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these stickers on paper and I'm going to cut them out. That way they don't stick. And or maybe I can just leave them like they are and cut them out now. No, I feel like that'll be harder. Actually, maybe not. That way they can just put it on this over and over and over again. And I can do it over and over and over again with the kids. Because I do centers. And I have lots of centers. So they're not repeating them constantly. But there are some that I like more than others. Grocery shopping is a big one that I feel like a lot of the kids should know. Especially because if the kids go to our 18 to 22 program here in Massachusetts, if you have an IEP and you're severe needs, you can stay in school till you're 22. So if that's the case, they go grocery shopping for us. They literally go to get our groceries that we cook with in the life skills classrooms. So it's definitely an important skill for them to know. So I do a grocery shopping center with them just about every week. So it is well worth the time, the money, the lamination, the Velcro, because I use it over and over and over again, and it just helps strengthen the kids' skills. It is popping out, but it's really giving me a hard time. And I still feel like I should just put it on paper, because I feel like what the kids are going to do is they're just going to end up peeling it, because it's still very easy to like just peel off. So I'm going to stick it on regular paper. That way they won't be able to peel it off, and I will just cut around it. And I'm not going to cut around every single little bit. Doesn't need to be perfect. It can be little squares. That's fine. Just so they can be able to do it over and over and over again. How cute would that be? And that was only $1.25. So that is my first project. It is 8:08. Let's see how long that takes. It's crazy to think. When I used to do laminating and Velcro, I'm like, oh, this will just take like, a short time. And then you're like, oh, no, it's been 2 hours. It's crazy how like tedious these little things can be. So I have paper that I accidentally printed. It's a recipe review I do with the kids. I like to do it after they cook. It's like, did you like the recipe? Was it easy to make? Would you make it again? And then I had a question on the second page. Which one did you like better? And it was the 2 different dips they made for Christmas. They made Buddy the Elf dip and they made Grinch dip. And I usually hit just print page 1 and I just print the first page. I don't like to remove this because come Christmas time, they're going to do it again. So I usually just keep this question on the second page and I don't print it. But I printed it by accident. I hit print all. So instead of throwing away the paper and wasting it, I keep it inside. I'm not actually at my desk. My desk is over there. This is like this little podium that I use. It does go up and down, so I can have it standing if I want to stand. I can have it sitting if I want to sit. So I leave it in there, any scrap paper I have, because the kids like to draw and color and stuff too. So it never goes to waste. So I'm going to stick the stickers on, cut them out. I use the back of the page and work on one of these stations. See how long it takes. It's 8:09. So I'm going to basically say I'm starting it at 8:10. And I'll come back when I'm done. Hopefully I don't forget. And I'll let you guys know how much I got of it done. It's 8:22. And I did 1 sheet. I still have the old other sheet to do. So about 10 minutes a sheet. So another 10 minutes to do this one. I'll be done around 8:30-ish. I have to leave my room around 9. So at least I'll 100% get this done. But I cut them into little squares. So now I'm going to do this sheet. 8:35 and I just finished. I'm putting it back in the sleeve. It came in from Dollar Tree. I started at 8:10, so that's what, 25 minutes for this one activity, and I have so many to do. But it's okay because we're here till the 26th, so I got time. So I put the cover back in just so they know what activity they're grabbing. I love because the back even has the answers in case they want to show it as a visual for the kids. And then I'm going to put the 4 different trash cans back in here. Recycle receptacles, whatever you want to call them. And then all the stickers I cut out are in this nice little sandwich bag so they don't like spill everywhere. And I will pop that in here. And then I have baskets under my board that have all different stations. And I will pop this in there. And we'll start working on the next one. Alrighty, guys, I am home. I am laying on the couch. I do not feel good. I already kind of went to bed last night with like my nose running and my throat was kind of itchy, and I woke up even worse. So I am just gonna rest and read my book. I have videos I could film because I've had some stuff come in. I have stuff I could unbox, but my body needs to rest. I feel like I could take a nap right now, but I'm going to try not to. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep. Joe will wake me up when he gets home. And I'm on a normal pattern. I went to bed at a normal time last night, so it's not, me being out of my normal pattern. I think it's just my body needs a lot of rest right now because I'm not at my peak performance. I don't think it's just allergies, but it could be allergies. I don't know. There is something going around at the school. We had some students out due to sickness. So it's quite possible I got something from them. It happens when you work at a school. So I kept my germs to myself today. What was I going to say? I don't have a cough. Like, that's the only good thing. It's just a very, very stuffy nose, but I'm just very fatigued and very run down. What was I going to say? So I left work around 4 because I was talking to different paras and teachers and stuff like that. So as soon as I was done talking to them, I got back to my room and I started packing stuff up. It was around like 3:50-ish, 4 o'clock. And then I drove here. There was a lot of traffic today. Not at the school. Like, guys know, I tell you all the time, if I leave at 3:30, it's the same as me leaving at 3. It was more like getting towards my house. I even had cars beeping at me, pissing me off and shit like that. That's the only thing. I definitely have more of a drive. I hit a lot more red lights, and I just gotta get used to it. It's part of life. I know people that drive much, much farther away from work. But I'm even, like, cold. I keep getting, like, body chills. So, and then I dilly-dallied in the car as usual. So, it's just about 5 o'clock now. I really struggled with feeling lonely today, too. I don't know if it's because I'm coming down with, like, a sickness. If it's because graduation for the kids is on Friday. So, I'm having a lot of, like, high school nostalgic memories. And it makes me sad that I don't really talk to anyone from school anymore. I don't know what it is, but I'm definitely getting those lonely, creepy feelings, like, creeping up right now. But I didn't want to stay at work because I don't need to. So I was like, I'm just going to go home. I'm needing the rest anyway. I'm going to get a blanket and I am going to read unless I fall asleep. I'll let you guys know until Joe gets home. He's not going to be home till at least 6, if not 6:30. So it depends on traffic and stuff. So we'll see. I might be on my own for an hour, hour and a half, napping or reading. Guess who fell asleep? Me. And Joe got home later than we thought. It was like 6:45. So I slept like an hour and a half, which isn't too bad. Hopefully I can still sleep tonight. We shall see. I think with my sickness, I think I will be able to sleep. My body needs the rest. He brought hot dogs. I asked him to from like a Coney Island shop. But I don't know if my taste buds are off, because usually I love it from that shop. And as soon as I bit into the hot dog, the meat was just so salty. So I had just 2 hot dogs, just enough to, like, satisfy me so I wouldn't be starving. And then I was like, damn, I wish I had, like, a sweet little treat. Kind of just finish so I'm, like, more full. And then I remembered, which I didn't tell you guys, I ran to the school restaurant. I barely went to the school restaurant this year. Last year I used to have period 4 as a prep. So I had all of period 4 off. So I had more time. But this year I only have a lunch during my period 4, which is like less than 30 minutes or just about 30 minutes. By the time I'd walk back, my lunch break would be like almost over, literally. Literally today, I walked back in and the kids were already in my room. So I had bought like a little pasta salad, so I just ate it really quick while they did their warm-up. But I love their desserts. So I got an ubi cookie. I have never had anything ubi. I know it's like on trend right now. I believe it's like a special kind of sweet potato. And I got their fudge brownie. I love their brownies. They're so fudgy. I don't know how they make them. But the brownie was $2.50. The ubi cookie was $2. They had pizza slices, little pasta salads. It's whatever's left, basically, at the shop. They're trying to, like, use up and sell. So they don't have anything on a regular menu anymore. because obviously school's ending soon and they don't want anything to go to waste. So the pizza slices are like $2 each. Like, they have like really good deals right now. But I don't have that big of an appetite. That's why I just bought like a little bit of potato salad. I didn't buy any pizza. But I figured I would show you guys the ubi cookie. So it is like straight up purple. I like the texture. I'm like a texture eater. It's not that sweet, but I like it. The fudgy brownie is very sweet, so it'll counteract. But hopefully, after I eat this, I'm like a little more satisfied, and I can just shower and probably go to bed and pray I feel better tomorrow. But ta-ta for now. Alrighty, guys, I am on lunch. I just finished my main meal, having a fruit snack. My kid should be here any minute, but I'm feeling really down today. Being sick is not helping, but it's today's graduation, and like all the people just have plans, and like they're hanging out and stuff, and going for dinner, going for drinks, and then coming back for graduation. And guess who doesn't have any plans? Guess who nobody's asked? Any ideas? It is what it is. What I will say is your girl needs to save money, and the good thing about having no friends, you save lots of money. So I keep debating. I do want to go to graduation, but coming back and trying to find parking is going to be awful. So I'm debating on staying here, but it's going to be a really long day because graduation is not until like 7. I thought it was at 5. I don't know why it's so late. That's why I was hoping I could just jump in somebody's car and go somewhere. But it's 11:30. Nobody's asked me yet. So unless somebody asks me by the end of the day, I don't know. I'll fill you guys in on what I end up doing. I honestly have no clue right now. Joe might have an early day. So then I'm thinking maybe he can come pick me up. I can leave my car here. Me and him can go do something. And then I can come back for graduation. I don't know. He does have work tonight. But if I leave my car here, then I could drive myself home. It's going to be dark, though, and I hate driving at night. But it's either that or I don't go to graduation and I sit at home. And I'd much rather be out at graduation than sitting home. I have been reading so many books since I graduated, which is good, but it just shows how little of a life I have. Because I'm just home every Friday, Saturday night, because Joe's at the bar. Because I'm just sitting at home, I'm reading a book. So it's good and bad, you know? Save money, read more books, no social life. I don't know. Alright, I'll fill you guys in on what ends up happening. Alrighty, guys, Joe ended up getting out of work early. So we are going to a restaurant for dinner, and then I'm going to go back to the school for graduation. He does have work tonight. So I am nervous because I have to drive home at night from graduation, and I do not like driving in the dark, but whatever. It's either go to graduation or sit at home by myself. So I guess I'll figure it out. But wow, I didn't realize how red my nose is and how awful my voice sounds. Anyway, at least it's the weekend so I can rest, and that's annoying. So I'm going to go. You guys can see my dinner plate.
You want to throw the rest of these cracks in there?
Oh, I was debating on coming on here or not, because the friends I'm about to talk about know about my YouTube channel, so they might watch this, and I don't want them to think I'm trying to start drama, but I thought nobody was going. That was like very close to me. I know other teachers were going, like teachers I'm acquaintances with, no one that I like, see or talk to on a daily basis. And it turns out they were there. I saw them all sitting together at the bleachers. I didn't even know there was bleachers for staff. I was standing on the other side of the field like an idiot, with my feet killing me, not being able to see the stage. And I was about to leave because I was getting so frustrated. And then I went around to the other side and I was like, well, maybe I'll get a better view. I didn't know where the stage was. I'd never been to graduation. And then I finally ran into one of the teachers that's been teaching for like 20 years. I love her. She's so nice. So I just kind of hung out with her. And then severe special ed always goes first after the top 10. And when they all started coming towards the teacher, because it was her teacher, it was the severe needs teacher that I ran into, those like 2 or 3 friends went up to them to wish them congratulations. And they were all dressed up. Like they had this all planned. I'm literally in my work clothes. So I texted them in a very kind way, despite how angry I am. And I basically said how I don't feel like I'm part of the friends group anymore, that I feel very alone, and that I can't pretend I'm happy anymore. And that I said friendships change, and that's fine. And if you guys are distancing yourselves, that's fine. But I can't pretend to be okay at work. So now when I see them, it's gonna be hi, bye, and that's it. Because I can't pretend I'm happy when I'm not. I'm not happy. I'm very fucking alone. I'm so sick of Joe working every weekend. I'm in this house completely by myself. I literally have read so many fucking books, which I know is a good thing, but come on, I don't have kids. I should be out living my life. But I have no fucking friends to do anything with. That's it. You guys don't need to see me cry anymore on the internet. I want to be upfront and honest with you guys, because I've always told you guys how authentic I am, and I told you I would tell you how graduation was, and this is how it was. So now I'm gonna put on pajamas and read a book and go to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you had a better Friday than me. Alrighty, guys. It is Saturday night. I look rough. I promise I'm okay. I'm not gonna lie, it was a rough morning. I woke up kind of numb, and it was such a weird morning that I didn't notice that Mango wasn't around. And he's usually the one to greet me in the morning, but it was definitely not a normal morning for me. I woke up at 10:45, and around 12 o'clock, that's when Joe said, "Hey, have you seen the boy?" And I was like, no, now that you say that, I haven't. We'd seen Smokey. She was roaming around the whole apartment, and he was missing. We literally got a can of food. We opened a can. Usually as soon as we open a can of food or shake dry food, he runs. He is a big foodie, and he was nowhere to be found. So that was not a good sign. We went into all the spare rooms. We went into the closets. Could not find him right away. I said, oh my God, Joe, could he have gotten out when you got home last night? And Joe's like, there's no way. And I was like, Joe, where else would he be? And as soon as we opened the door, we saw black foam pieces. I didn't realize it was foam at first. I was like, wait, is that poop? But then Joe was like, no, that's definitely not poop. It's foam. So I'm like, what could that be? He's like, I don't know, but give me the can of food. I'm going to run down the stairs, see if I see him. And I'm like, oh my God, Joe, if he went out at 4 a.m. when you got in, it's been like 8 hours. I'm like, he could be anywhere. Thank God Joe showed up at the door 5 minutes later with him. I had already been crying all morning. My head was killing me. And I literally prayed to God, and I said, God, please, like, it has been the worst 24 hours I have had in a very long time. Please let my cat be okay. Because I was like, if my cat's not okay, I do not know what I'm going to do. And so Joe showed up. We figured out later the black foam was actually from the weather. Why? I'm sorry. I look like shit. Anyway, the black foam was from the weather stripping at the bottom of the door. He was literally trying to get back into the apartment. So he was on the 3rd floor. Thank God he ran up and not down. And he's okay. And he's home. So that kind of put things into perspective for me. And I said, you know what? Things could be worse. I might not have a lot of friends, but I have a great partner. I have 2 cats that I love coming home to. I have a family that love and supports me. So I just need to switch my focus. And it is Saturday night, and I am home, and it's going to be like that forever. I don't know, until, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting teary-eyed already. I promise, I'm okay. I talking about Mango being missing. brings up all these emotions. But I'm gonna film. That's why all these boxes are. I have tons of boxes and stuff to show you guys. Stuff I've been buying for the apartment. Instead of reading a book, my eyes need a rest. I've been reading way too much. My eyes have been hurting. I will end up reading before bed, get me sleepy, and get into bed. And reading is a great habit. I'm glad I've been reading. It helps my self-care so much. Reading is not a bad thing. But I'm gonna end the vlog here and fill you guys in just like what happened. I promise I'm okay. I know some of you already reached out on Instagram because I did make a post on my Instagram stories. I always put my Instagram down below if you guys want to follow me there. And I appreciate all the love and support from you guys. I will be busy filming the night away and then reading and going to bed. I hope you guys had a good week and be safe.